wish you would have known. Janessa Gonzalez, please stand up and give a wave. This is my assistant, Janessa Gonzalez, who set up everything here today. I asked her to speak on my behalf when she declined. Student athletes, as you prepare to take the next step, whether it's Division I, 2, 3, NAIA, junior colleges, wherever your path may take you, remember that your journey is defined more than statistics or wins and losses. It's defined by the character you bring to your teammates, the respect you show your opponents, and the leadership you embody on your campus and in your community. You are forever ambassadors of Olathe South. And you carry with you the support of a school that's proud of everything you have accomplished so far. You have all left it better than you found it. As you sign your letters today, know that this is both an ending and a beginning. You are, as you close one chapter as a high school athlete, you open one as a collegiate competitor, scholar, and leader. Take the lessons you learned here, how to handle victory with grace, defeat with dignity. Stay true to the values that guide you. Whether that be hard work, integrity, teamwork, and a relentless pursuit of excellence, or whatever they may be. As your athletic director, I appreciate all the time that you've dedicated to your sport activity beyond the hours that you put in on the field of competition. So thank you again. At this time, I would like to introduce our head baseball coach, Jeff Boyd, to talk about our baseball signings.
So much for athletics this year. It's been awesome. I won't try to take too much time on our course baseball players here, but I want to give them the time they deserve because we have an awesome group of seniors this year and having a good season so far. So I'll start here with Braydon Hall, going to Mid-America. Graduated with a 3.67 GPA, so he's always taking care of it in the classroom. This season, he's got a 300 on base percentage, and he's throwing out 30% of the base stealers. But as I was going through those stats, it's tough to even really put a stat on that because nobody tries to steal on him. Because in the first inning, he's got a cannon of an arm, and he throws it one in the first inning, one down there, and that kind of shuts down the run game for the rest of the game. So, not too many attempts. Braydon's career at Olathe South, he's been behind some really amazing catchers, right? We have just right here on the wall, Nick English, Gatorade Player of the Year. Braydon was behind him, and then last year, Dax Grayson was all Sunflower League guy. And then in football season, Dax got hurt, and we had no doubt that Braydon was going to step in and just be a great catcher. He's commanded the game really well this year. He's been awesome. He's been a vocal leader. He's led by example. He stays focused. He works hard, and he wants to be great. So he puts in more work than anybody on our team, and he plays the game the right way. So I know that would be great at Mid-America, and we look forward to following him there. So Braydon Hall. Okay, next up we have Peuser going to Coffeyville Community College. Dylan is graduating with a 3.75, and so Dylan was a part of it. We have a fairly inexperienced varsity team this year. Dylan's one of the guys that came back and was a big part of it last year. He threw 35 innings for us last year with a 3.8 ERA. He actually finished the state championship game out, so all the videos and everything of the final out is still on the mound. So awesome experience for him there. Coming into the year, we knew he'd be awesome for us this year. So he's a coach's dream on the mound. He works fast, he throws a lot of strikes. And the big thing that I would say about Dylan is he's just a competitor. He competes so hard every game. And maybe, I was talking about one of our coaches about this, if any of you have seen The Last Dance with Michael Jordan, where he just kind of makes up enemies that people have slighted him. I think Dylan does that. And so, in our Jahmari against Blue Dot West, I think he said one guy said he had a bad slider, so he wanted them the rest of the year. Do a complete game shutout against them last week. So he's pitching against Johnny West tonight. If anyone has any trash talk they would have on him, let Dylan know. I would say Coffeyville got a steal for this guy. Like I said, he's just going great. His stats on the year for us this year: 34 innings, 31 strikeouts, and 1.2 ERA. So. One of the best pitchers in the state, and I think he'll be great at Coffeyville. So, Dylan Peuser. Okay, next up we have Bryan, who is going to Baker University. Finished graduating with a 4.1 GPA, and he has a 3.6 ERA on the year. So, Finn has always been a pitcher with great stuff. Like, if He throws hard. He's got a tight slider. Like he doesn't. He's great on the mound. His ceiling is extremely high. This year in particular, and towards the end of last year, I think Finn has grown a lot in his ability to compete, and so he's really becoming somebody who, I think he competes as well as he really have on the mound. He's always a team first guy that's willing to do what it takes to improve, and he always has a plan to improve. Finn communicates really well. Him and I always talk, and it's a plan moving forward, and he's strategic about everything that he does. So I think he's that way in the classroom as well, which is why he's going to a high academic university like Navy. I've always been impressed with Finn's ability to manage sports, academics, and band. He's got a lot of things going on, but he manages it really well. And he's always such a good teammate and positive. And everything that he does is what we aspire to be as Olathe South baseball players. So I know a lot of success at Baker. And Bryan. Okay, last up for baseball, we have Beau Beverman going to Coffeyville Community College as well. They got a couple great ones down there. So Beau is graduating with a 3.52 GPA, so all four of these guys are over 3.5, so really impressed with him with that. Beau this year is hitting 318 for us with a 444 on base percentage, 9 out of 10 stolen bases. He's also pitched 7 innings with a 2.1 ERA. So Beau's done a little bit of everything for us this year. He's hit different places in the lineup, he's moved around in the outfield, he's pitched for us, and everywhere that he has been, he's been successful. He's been a team guy, and I'll review with all these guys compete really well. And so Beau's always had really great tools. He's got good speed, he's got a strong arm, but I would say especially this last year and a half, he's really started to become a complete baseball player. No matter what at the plate, even if he's, no matter what pitcher he's facing, whatever the count is, Beau just finds a way to get a job done, and positive things happen with Beau's in the box. He's had some really big at-bats for us this year, including a couple of what ended up being game-winning hits for us. He plays the game extremely hard, and I would say the biggest growth that I've seen out of Beau last year is just his ability to be a leader on the team. Last year played some varsity, but more in a different role because we had such a senior-heavy team. This year now, Beau has really stepped up and been a leader of the team, vocally, how he works, everything. So I know, again, all these guys will be great in college, and I'm very thankful to be able to coach them. So Beau Beverman.
Give one more round of applause for all our baseball stuff. Next up, I'm going over to our head girls basketball coach, Coach Haylie Hallman.
Oh, this is going to be bad. Shut up, I got this. So I have the privilege of speaking about Olivia Robben, and I could sit here and give you a bunch of stats, okay? But I'm not. I don't even know what your GPA is. All I know is she's smart. I know this because I have her in my AP biology class. I know this because she is going to go into nursing. The one stat I will give you is this. In the course of Olivia's high school career, she missed 53 games. 53. We are guaranteed 20 every year. 53 games, and during that time, because of injury, we're not going to get into that and yada, yada, yada. But during that time, Olivia Robben never missed a practice. Not a one. Okay, that's a lot. If she missed, she was at physical therapy, or she was at the doctor's office. This kid never missed. She's the consummate teammate. She was there every day. This was so impactful that when I went to the league meeting, and I was arguing for our kids and getting different honors and everything. Because Olivia only played 10 games this year. 13. She understands. Sorry. I'm not about, you will know this about me, I'm not about stats because people aren't going to remember your stats. People are going to remember the impact that you had on their life and how you made them feel, and did you make them a better person. And this kid right here, you might look at her in the hallway and go, well, of course she's good at basketball. She's 6'5". Well, yeah, look at her. She's amazing. Dude, this girl put in more work than anyone you can ever. I don't care who you say, I'm going to challenge you with that. The work that she put in as a coach, the work that she put in just to getting herself healthy, to be there for her team, the work that she put in every day at practice, having to watch everyone else play, while all she could do was cheer and support. She is a phenomenal individual, so phenomenal that the Sunflower League decided to make a new award. And Olivia Robben is the first recipient ever to be the most inspirational player of the Sunflower League. You gotta give it up for that. So I can sit here and tell you that yes, she won the McPherson free throw contest. Yes, she is a kickback post player, and she led us in free throw shooting and yada yada yada. But I will tell you this: if you know her, you already know this. She makes you a better person, and the impact that she's going to have at UCM is going to go way beyond the court. Even though, holy cow, she's going to kill it. She's going to be amazing, and we love you, and I'm not going to cry.
Okay, next up it's my honor to introduce our head boys basketball coach, Coach Jahmari.
Before I talk about a few minutes, I'd like to congratulate all of you seniors in here that are signing today. As I looked around the gym, I've had a number of these kiddos in my MD activities and my race classes over the last 4 years. And this group is a good representative of Olathe South and kind of what we're all about. Being a college athlete is tough, and you guys are all going to figure that out. But I like our chances. I think you guys are going to be great. So congratulations to all the seniors. As far as you goes, Quentin was new to our program this year. He was an awesome addition. I wish we would have had him for the last 4 years, but you know we accepted him with open arms. He was a great addition to our program. Quentin is a guy on defense that everybody hates to have guard them. He did that for us all year in the role that he played. Most teams didn't like to be guarded by him, and he impacted our team in a lot of ways, but primarily on the defensive end. He's a great kid on and off the court. He's a great teammate. I'm really excited to see what he does next year at Baker in the next 4 years. I think he'll be a great fit there. I think his best basketball is ahead of him. I'm really excited for him and to see what he does at Baker University. So, Quentin, please.
Congrats to our basketball signees and take a round of applause. Next up, it's my honor to introduce our head bowling coach, Coach Mac Swaney.
I'm going to talk about Aiden Jenkins. Aiden is heading to Bethel University in Indiana next fall to bowl. And they are getting not only a phenomenal bowler, but a even better human being. Isaac spent multiple seasons on the JV bowling squad and spent this year as absolutely a force on our varsity team. He capped his season this year at the regional championship with a 680. That was the highest series of the year. Has 6 better than that's good, I think, right? Isaac is not only a phenomenal bowler, like I said, he's a great person, and his attitude was huge for our program. He was able to bring a positivity and a joy that we desperately needed, and I can't thank him enough for that. Bethel University is getting a great bowler that I know made a huge contribution to their program very quickly. Also a phenomenal student athlete, GPA that yesterday, 3.8
All right. Thank you for everyone coming out today and honoring these great student athletes. I have the opportunity to talk about two great cross-country track runners today. I'm going to start with Mr. Rylan Trout, who will be attending the University of St. Mary in Leavenworth. I can say without a doubt, Rylan is one of the hardest working runners I've coached in 13 years of coaching this sport. One of the biggest compliments I can give to any athlete is they got every ounce of production out of their God-given talent level, and that is Rylan to a T. He might not have had the most raw talent on our roster or on the starting line in a meet, but as a coaching staff, we can always count on Rylan to give everything he had each and every race, and every ounce of ability was going to be shown in that race. To highlight that, as a freshman, he started on our C team. You can tell he really liked running, he loved the sport, he was willing to work hard. Started as a C team runner as a freshman. As a sophomore, he had work swim to JV just by running year round and getting more out of his ability. And then in these last 2 years, as a junior and senior, he's been a huge contributor on our varsity squads, helped us accomplish some really great things, including this past fall as a senior, he was our 5th runner on a team, on a boys team that finished 7th in the state. He came up huge for us at regionals. We were kind of on the borderline, didn't know if we were going to qualify on a really tough regional. And we needed all 7 of our guys on the line to have great races. And Rylan stepped up huge, had the best race of his high school career at regionals, and really kind of just knocked it out of the park for us to get us to the state meet. He's a perfect example of what you can accomplish in this sport, in all these great sports, by just showing up every day and working hard. It's not always glamorous, it's not always, there's not always cameras around, especially in distance running, but he showed up in the summer, in the fall, in the winter, in the spring for 4 years, and he just got better every single day. Along with the thousands of miles he ran, he's also been a tremendous teammate. When he was on, these last couple of years, he's run varsity track, he's often gone to the JV meets on Thursday to support his teammates, and then when he was on JV as a younger runner, he would go to varsity meets to support the teammates. So just a great teammate. We're going to miss that tremendously. He's a great student athlete, like all of these young men and women. He's going to finish with a GPA of 3.23, and St. Mary and Leavenworth is being a great runner and an even better person. So Rylan Trout. All right, the second athlete I get to talk about today is Mr. Plath, who is going to Kansas State University to run cross-country track next year. Simply put, Dylan is the best distance runner that has ever walked through the halls of Lake South. He's going to lead Lake South with school records in the 800 meters, 1600 meter, 4x8 relay, as well as the 5K cross-country. He's a 3-time state medalist in cross-country, including finishing up as runner-up this past fall. He was the last ranked in the track. He was the 800 meter state champion and the 1600 runner-up. He's looking to hopefully win more state titles here a month from now in Wichita. And he's awesome. Like I said, the best distance runner I've ever coached in 13 years of doing this. But I can honestly say, as talented as Dylan is, the thing I remember the most about him is not the records or the state titles. It's how great of a teammate he is. I've never coached a better teammate than Dylan Plath. He truly cares about his teammates' successes as much, maybe even more than his own. That's not just coach speak. It was commonplace at our cross-country meets. If the varsity ran first, Dylan would go out there and crush it. And then the rest of the meet for the JV and C team races, you would see him running around all over the place, getting other people to come cheer on the younger runners on the team. And I can honestly say that is not always commonplace. In any sport with super high-level athletes, sometimes they're a little bit more individually focused. That was not Dylan at all. He's been a great role model and leader for our younger runners over the years. They look up to him. Coach Luke and I often joke around that he kind of has this following of kids that kind of shadow his every move. We joke about it, but it's coming from a good place because those guys just want to be like Dylan because of the person he is as well as the kind of runner he is. He's shown our team what it takes not only to be a top flight runner, but more importantly, a top flight human being. We're going to miss Dylan's talent, leadership, immensely next year. K-State's getting an awesome one. Great student athlete, leaving here with a 4.02 GPA, and we're going to see great things in the Big 12 next year for Dylan Plath. So,
Thank you, Coach Pope. Let's give it up one more time for our cross-country. Next up, I get to introduce Coach Victoria Goslar, our head coach.
All right, thank you guys so much for being here. Congratulations to all of the students returning sophomores who was selected to attend nationals with us, and that was the year that our team ended up placing third. Her senior year, she was also elected as an officer by her teammates. She spent this past year showing up every single day with so much heart, so much determination, and I am so proud of her hard work since finally paying off. I know that you have had your marks on Baker since like the moment I met you, and I am so excited for you to watch your dream come true. Baker is getting one of my best. Cadence Kinzer. And then my other senior dancer that I know about is Miss Marissa Kohl. Marissa has been an essential part of our team for the past 4 years. From the moment she joined, she's brought so much consistency, so much heart to every single performance, and she has one of the best work ethics that I have ever seen. She's shown up ready every single day to practice, to every performance, to every competition, and over the past 4 years, I've watched her blossom into an incredible dancer and an incredible young lady. All of your morning rehearsals have paid off, all of your late nights at Ghan have paid off, and I cannot wait to see you all the incredible things that I know you're going to accomplish at Emporia. Marissa Kohl.
Give one more round of applause for our dancers. Next up, I get to introduce our football signees who will be talked about by Coach Chad Hoffman.
First of all, I'd like to thank these two gentlemen. I'm very honored for them to select me to speak about them. First of all, I hate public speaking. Second of all, I was told that I get a minute, and I know some of the coaches don't know what a minute, so I'll try to hit that. I'm not sure why everyone specifically tells me that, hey, you have this certain amount of time you need to talk. First of all, these two gentlemen are probably two of the best football players that have come through this program since I've been here. They were mainstays. Mac Armstrong was 4 years on varsity. Peter Mac was 3 years on varsity. And when we get to the point where I start telling what Mac's stats are, those stats are not Mac's stats alone. And it's just fitting that we have one of our offensive linemen here. Every single offensive lineman, any offensive stat that we get, they share that with us. Mac's heard for 4 years that all your stats are for the offensive lineman. You make sure you love them up, give them all the credit. Everything else without offensive lineman, we have nothing. Second of all, these two gentlemen are two of the greatest human beings I've ever had the ability or a chance to coach with. And great human beings come from great human beings. So gentlemen, look to your left, look to your right, tell those people you love them and thank them, because you wouldn't be in this position without them. Peter Mac, let's see, what do I say about him? He's come a long way in maturity. His junior year, I was blessed to go over and have a very short stay of trying to learn how to teach offensive linemen to block. Seems quite simple to me. There's steps, get your hands on, drive a guy to oblivion. My short stay at offensive lineman really helped me out as a running back coach, because I realized offensive linemen and running backs, it's a dance, it's a step. Our steps have to match their steps. This year, last year, again, his junior year, there were times where our offensive coordinator needed to go and work with quarterbacks and receivers, and Peter Mac was one of the leaders of that group that helped me out. Hey, what are you guys working on? Where are we at? What do we need to work on? What do we need to be better at? Many conversations this year trying to form him, mold him into a better leader, instead of blowing his teammates up, being more supportive in that way. Peter Mac will be going to Morningside University in Iowa, which is a 3-year letterman, second team All-League, second team All-State. Mac Armstrong. Woo. Peter Mac's really going to be missed. So Mac Armstrong, I'm just going to be honest, as I was typing this up last night, putting words on pieces of paper of where do I start, where do I go, where do I end, I get 6 pages in and I'm like, this is probably too long. Everyone's going to get bored, fall asleep, and there's other people who are just as important as Mac Armstrong. Mac Armstrong and I were together for 4 years. I was gonna retire. And I'm not, but that's wow. I met him as an eighth grader at a grad party. His mom thought he was pretty great. I was like, there's absolutely no way that he's that great. I met him, he's snotty-nosed eighth grade kid, scared out of his shorts. He comes up as a freshman, he starts showing out in some games. I started seeing him, get my eyes on him, and Coach Lewis and I, at that point in time, immediately wanted to get him to start working with me because we knew that he was going to be our future. And he cogged up every single running back underneath him. I love pushing him, I love challenging him. Every year we built upon his skills, and hopefully at the end of all this, you can say, Coach Hall really helped me be a better human being because Max was really all about, to be honest, Max. Max wanted this, Max wanted that, but we can't get that without other people. And Max struggled trying to understand at the very beginning, but we got to the point where he was an amazing leader this year. His junior year, he was an amazing leader. Yeah, I mean, I could go on and on about Max Armstrong, but here we go. Max Quentin, Butler Community College. He's a 4-year letterman, 2024 team captain for the Falcon football team, all-league, all-state, Wichita Eagle, all-state as a running back, all-league honorable mention linebacker, KC Star Athlete of the Week versus Lawrence High School. What was his name? Finalist for the KC Metro Running Back of the Year as a running back, and also selected to participate in the Shrine Bowl game as a running back, Max Armstrong.
One more round of applause for our football line. Next up, I have the honor of introducing head powerlifting coach at Ottawa University, Coach Cody Quentin. Oh,
Okay, correction. I'm Dylan's coach. Jeff Frank is the head coach at Ottawa. So I have the honor for speaking on behalf of Dylan, graduating to Ottawa University. Many of you probably already know what is powerlifting. It's squat, it's bench, it's deadlift. Besides just being a fantastic student, he's a great person. And the biggest thing when it comes to lifting these type of weights, you have to have a great video. No matter what you do, you will chase after it. What I like to learn as your efforts, you're a student athlete, you're always going to be setting up goals higher and higher. Where I always say, be ambitious, be greedy, be relentless, be obsessive. And in powerlifting, we're on that platform by ourselves. Though it is a team sport, we have many people to support us, but we have to face ourselves and look at the heavens we possible for our body. And Dylan's able to step on that platform with unbreakable will and enjoy it. He's able to face himself and push himself further and further, setting the bar higher and higher every single time. Because it doesn't matter if you have a bad day or a good day. A 45-pound bar is a 45-pound bar. So whether that is being a student here, passing that algebra exam, being overall a college student at Olathe in your career in the future, as you keep raising the bar, I'm confident to say as a coach that I've seen, he's able to stand back up no matter whether it's a mislip, miscue, a rough day, being sick. Dylan shows up. He's able to stand back up and live by a statement I always say, being obsessed. Being obsessed for him as a coach, as a mentor. Make sure that you enjoy the process. Enjoy those moments. Family, friends showing up. And congratulations on being at Ottawa University. I have full faith that you will be successful in this career.
next up, I'm going to introduce our head boys soccer coach, Coach Bryan.
Congrats to all of our signees here today. What an awesome occasion for us all to be together. We had 12 boys soccer seniors this year, which is a lot. 2 of them are track and field, and 5 of them will be playing soccer. So huge credit to those athletes, their families, and all of the dedication and hard work that they put into the game. So, of the 5 who start first year with Rottinghaus, Dylan is headed to Fort Stockton College in Missouri to play next year. Dylan was a captain for us this year. We have all 4 of our captains present today. Dylan was a captain for us and was a 2-time honorable mention All-League player his junior and senior years. More than that, though, Dylan is an incredibly versatile player. We frankly asked him to play out of position quite frequently this year, and Dylan thrived in every position he played on the field. That was surprising to us and to myself, but it was really Dylan's mindset, his attitude, and his willingness to do that stuck out. He's team first, and he knew that's what was best for the team, and he did it, and he did it great. Dylan is also one of our toughest players, one of, frankly, the toughest players that I've seen physically on the field. But also, he is tough mentally off of the field, and every good team needs at least one player like that. He's unafraid of anything on the field and off the field. He wasn't afraid to have tough conversations with coaches and teammates and hold people accountable, and that helped our team tremendously down the stretch. So, Culver is lucky. Thanks, Dylan. Okay, we'll move on to PJ Smith and Jack Langston, 2 club and high school teammates and 2 great friends who are both headed to Metropolitan Community College together to play, which is really exciting for them. We'll start with Jack. Jack is one of the most fun-loving, joyful, light-hearted people that I've ever known, and he plays the game of soccer the exact same way. One of my favorite memories of Jack is we had a game against Rottinghaus North this year, and we were winning 3-1, and we conceded a goal really late with about 2 minutes left in the game, and I was a little bit unhappy and stressed, and so were some of Jack's teammates, and with a minute left, we're defending for our lives, and I look back in our defensive half, and there's Jack, and he has a huge grin on his face, just a huge smile, which at the time I maybe didn't love so much, because I wanted to win the game, but that's just Jack. He's so joyful and loves playing, and I hope we never lose that Jack. So thank you, Jack Nielsen. Okay, next is PJ Smith, also going to Metropolitan Community College. PJ was the team captain this year as well as a senior, and he made second team All-League. And his teammates also voted him very deservedly so as teammate of the year, which is an impressive honor for PJ. I've known PJ a long time as a student and as a player, so it was a pleasure getting to coach him. He is a very consistent and solid player this year for us. He had 6 goals and 3 assists, which is phenomenal, but PJ sensed as we got near the end of our season that we needed some help, and especially in our final 2 matches, we were frankly desperate for a couple wins to position ourselves well for the postseason. And because PJ sensed this, we climbed on his back, and he carried us to 2 incredibly important victories. Of those 6 goals he scored this year, he scored 4 in the final 2 games. And that was absolutely necessary for our position at the end of the year, the postseason. And all credit to PJ as a strong finisher, as a strong young man, and we're really going to miss you, PJ. Thank you. Okay, now Wyatt Osborn. He's going to KCK Community College next year. Wyatt was another one of our captains for us this year as a senior. He was honorable mention All-State and a second-team All-League player this year. If I had to use one word to describe Wyatt, it would definitely be giver. He had 2 awesome goals for us this year, but he could have scored way more than that if that was his priority and what he wanted to do. But that's not who Wyatt is as a player. As a player, he is a giver and someone who likes to set up his teammates. In soccer, he's what we call our prototypical number 10, where all of our offense runs through him, and he is so creative on the ball. He unfortunately battled some injury problems this year, so he wasn't able to play all 16 games. But that being said, he still had 11 assists this season and playing less than a full season, which is fantastic. Also, my favorite Wyatt story is for senior night. As I mentioned, we had 12 seniors this year, and on the soccer field, we could only play 11 at a time. So senior night was a bit of an issue with figuring out who was going to start the game. And I was having a conversation with some of the guys, and without hesitation, Wyatt said, "Coach, it's no problem. I'll start on the bench. I'm happy to do that." And that's just who Wyatt is. He's a giver. He wants to set his teammates up. He wants to see them succeed. So Wyatt, thank you for your time here with this out. Okay, last but definitely not least, we have Kaden Slaven. Kaden was another one of our captains this season, and frankly, he is one of the most decorated boys soccer players that has come through Olathe South High School. As a junior on varsity, he was second team All-State, first team All-League, and his teammates voted him Offensive Player of the Year. As a senior on varsity, he was first team All-State, first team All-League. He was a Acacia preseason player to watch, and in his 2 years on varsity, he scored 29 goals and had 8 assists, which are incredible statistics. But Kaden is so much more than simply accolades and stats. He is one of the most passionate soccer players that I've seen, and more specifically, he is so passionate about high school soccer and about Olathe South athletics. He battled in a very tough injury all season long, but you could see every time he laced up his boots that he wanted to be out there, and he was honored to wear South across his chest because he was fighting through pain every single day. But he was so passionate and dedicated to his teammates and to the game of soccer and to his school that he wanted to fight through it. And that passion was evident every single day that he was here to play this out. So Kaden is headed to Southern Baptist University in Oklahoma, and they're incredibly lucky to have him. Thank you, Kaden.
Next up, I get the honor of giving the microphone to our head softball coach, Coach Bergford.
Our softball program has one senior signing to further her academic and athletic career today, the one and only Josie Vance. Josie transferred to Sapp after her freshman year, and I honestly can't remember what our program was like before. Josie has consistently shown her commitment to Olathe South in the classroom, and especially in athletics. As a multi-sport athlete, she's excelled in both wrestling and softball, demonstrating her work ethic, her versatility, and her determination. In both sports, her leadership qualities shine through as she inspires her teammates with her entertaining spirit and unwavering support. Josie has always been a solid defensive player for our program, and now she's having a standout senior season on both sides of the ball. She's been showcasing her skills and passion for the game every time she takes the field. She's playing fearlessly, especially at the plate, and it's been so fun to watch. Today we're celebrating Josie's signing with Community College. Congratulations to you, Josie, on this well-deserved opportunity, and thank you for everything you've done for our program. We're so excited to see the future as a store for you.
Thank you. Congratulations again, Josie. Next, I'm giving the microphone to Coach Arthur.
Okay, it's my pleasure today to talk about here at Jenkins. But it's difficult to do everything in a minute. 3-time All-State, first team. In swimming, you can qualify in 2 individual events and 2 relays for state, even though you can qualify in all of them, you can only compete in 4 events. And she's medaled 12 times in 12 events at state. She's an academic All-American from the Interscholastic National Interscholastic Swim Association. She's been all Sunflower League, Olathe Swimmer of the Year twice, and school record holder. And if you look at the record board for Olathe South, most of the records were set by a U.S. Open swimmer in 1990 1991, 1992. And Kier started the record and breaking them when she was part of a medley relay her freshman year. And now she owns 2 records and has broken 3, including one that her sister broke that was hers to start with. Kier is an outstanding athlete, a co-captain of the team, and somebody that I'm very proud to coach. Kier Jenkins. And her sister Mia, who it is difficult to separate the two. As I was reflecting back on my 43 years of coaching as I'm getting ready to retire, these athletes, these 2, are right at the top for leadership, work ethic, and attitude. You couldn't ask for better athletes. Qualified all 11 swimming events, all 4 years now, since she's done it already this year. 12-time medalist at state, first team All-State, Olathe Swimmer of the Year, All-League, Academic All-American from the National Association. They're going to be missed. But don't you miss today at 5 o'clock at Chisholm Trail for their senior night. We're the forgotten sport because we're not even in the building. So people don't oftentimes see them. If they get a chance to swim today and their last home meet, we invite you all to come and see them compete.
Next up is our head track and field coach, Coach Nate Harrison.
All right, first, I want to say congratulations to everybody that's been here signing today. It's really an amazing thing, an amazing journey you guys are about to go on. Secondly, signing for other sports, track athletes that are in here. Congratulations to Bill Plath, Rylan Trout, Mac, Peter Mac, Caroline Clayton, Addison Whyte. Congratulations and good luck to you guys in the future. The first one I'm going to talk about is going to be Miss Camryn Talcott. She's going to be attending Braydon University. Is it Lamoni, Iowa? All right. There she's going to throw the shot, and potentially the hammer. See if she gets challenged to do that. Right now, she's got a personal record in the discus of 108 feet and 7 inches, which currently ranks her 17th in all of 6A. And in the shot put, she's got a PR of 36 feet, 8 1/4 inches, which currently ranks her 9th in all of 6A. If you know anything about Camryn Talcott at a track meet, she loves the sun, and I've been telling her for the previous 4 years that she needs to start wearing sunblock. So as a signing day present for Miss Camryn Talcott, I have brought her some sunblock for her today. It's even another. Next up, I can go on and on about this young man, Jahmari Clifton. Could be good, could be bad. We'll see how this one goes. All right, Jahmari, he's going to be attending Hutchinson Community College in Hutchinson, Kansas. There he'll be a high jumper. Hopefully they challenge him to do a few more things as well. Currently, right now, Jahmari has a personal best of 6 feet, 8 1/2 inches, which ranks him 3rd overall in the entire state of Kansas. Okay? To put that on a national scale right now, he is ranked 74th in the entire nation as far as high schoolers go. So pretty incredible. Last year at the state meet, Jahmari placed 6th overall. Very good. Now, I'm going to look at Jahmari. We all know Jahmari gets lost in the hallways here at South frequently. He has a very hard time to get to class, and I know Hutchinson's campus is a lot bigger than the walls here at Lake South. So Jahmari, I wasn't able to find you a map of the campus. but I did bring you a compass. So you can find where if you're lost, you blow your whistle so that you know what you're playing. All right, last but definitely not least, we have Mr. Mason Garland. All right, Mason's going to be attending Missouri Baptist University, and I'm not going to try to pronounce that name, but it's in some town in Missouri outside of St. Louis, I believe. Hey, what? There you go, yeah. There he'll probably be running the 400, the 800, might be bumped up into the mile. As of right now, he's got a PR in the 400 of 52.34 seconds. And in the 800 meter run, he's got a PR of 2 minutes and 2 seconds, and he hopes to beat that this week. Hey, last year at the 6A state meet, Mason was part of the boys 4x8 team that placed 6th overall. And he was also a part of the boys 4x14 that placed 5th overall at the 6A state championship. Now for Mason, I didn't leave you out. Got something for you as well. Mason's kind of had a history of being injured throughout his 4 years as a track athlete here in Lake South. I hope that trend doesn't continue as you go on to Missouri Baptist, but if it does, I bought you a little first aid kit so you can take care of yourself and hopefully you can get into the break. Our track and field athlete.
Stole my thunder. One more round of applause for the Thank you, Next up, our head volleyball coach, Steve Leadership.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to talk about my 3 amazing athletes who are signing today. First, I'm going to start with Taylor Nielsen. She is signing at the University of Central Oklahoma. Taylor was a 4-year starter here at Lake South. She was our setter. She ran our offense. She finished with an incredible 2,281 career assists. That is, I'm assuming, one of the top 3 or so. Coach Talcott's going to tell me if I'm wrong, but that's got to be one of the higher marks here at Lake South in the history of the school. She was our energy. She brought energy to the court. She was kind of one of our leaders. The girls kind of followed her lead as we went along. She's going to be amazing. She's incredibly driven and hardworking. She's really worked her way into this position, and she's going to do amazing things, and I've really enjoyed coaching her for the last 3 seasons. Taylor Nielsen. Kennedy Derks, she is signing at Washburn University. Kennedy has been in our gym for 3 years. She's played varsity for 2. She's kind of doing anything on the front line of our volleyball court. She has had to hit outside for us. She's had to hit middle. She even did some right side. She was second this year in kills with 242. She was second in blocks. She was third in aces. She could just fill a lot of different spots for us. And she always did it with a great attitude. Taylor kind of brought energy. Kennedy was more just a steady player that you could tell her to do something. It was always, yeah, I got it, and we'll do it. She was always ready for big games. She's always ready for big moments. She's going to do amazing. Kennedy Derks. She is signed with Western Illinois. She's played varsity for 3 years. She's been in our gym for 2. She was our outside hitter this year. She was kind of the person that got all of the jump. So if it was a bad ball, Taylor threw to her, and she made something happen with it. She finished with 393 kills for the season, which is one of the best in the state and probably one of the best overall in high school as well. She can do it all, and she also was second in aces. She's going to do really amazing things. Carolina Lake.
One more round of applause for our volleyball. they've done so much over the past 4 years in the same fashion. They're headed to wrestle for Coach Mateo, a close personal friend of mine and former Olathe South High School assistant wrestling coach. They'll join many familiar faces on the Avila roster as 5 former Falcons currently wrestle for the Eagles. It's a perfect fit. They truly found their new home, and while Olathe South was their home, these 3 accomplished many great things. Aiden was a 4-year varsity starter, piling over 100 career wins, a 4-time state qualifier, and state medalist and a team captain. Let's round of applause for Aiden. Crossman was a 3-year varsity starter, 2-time state qualifier, and a team captain. Round of applause for Noah. And Addison entered the varsity lineup as a senior and made an immediate impact, winning 30 matches and qualifying for the state tournament. Round of applause for Addison. While they may be moving on to the next chapter, the impact these 3 had on our program will be felt for years to come. I couldn't be more proud of these guys. Love you boys, go be great. If you need anything, you know where to find me. Round of applause for our boys. Wrapping up our signing ceremony today is our head girls wrestling coach, Coach Abby Christopher.
Before I start with the girls, I do want to also congratulate these 3 young men. Watching you guys grow up has been one of the best things that I've ever gotten to do in my life. You are the toughest, most fearless, and most hard-working kids that I think I've ever seen come through our program. And we've had some tough ones, but you guys are right out there with the absolute toughest we've ever had. And I know you guys are going to be successful. Thank you for all you've done for our program, for the voice side and everything. All right, real quick before I get to the we're going on college wrestle, just a quick shout out to Josie Vance. All right, she's a 3-year wrestler for us. Came here from Wellsville her sophomore year. She was tough, rough around the edges. She was tough. No one was going to out tough her, no one was going to out strong her. All right, and we did some things. We developed some technique there. She's now a 2-time state qualifier, was a 3-time team captain, and this year state placement. All right, congratulations, Josie. We're better for all this. Anything else we can get this as a sophomore? It's astonishing how much this woman has grown as a person. And that's really what we as coaches care about. It's hard to develop athletes when they're supposed to be an athlete. We're not always supposed to develop it. And really had a really good start as a person, and it's just continued to grow from there. Her first year on the team, she was one of our better wrestlers in her weight range. She just couldn't quite crack the varsity line. Last year, some girls that shifting their weights, but how she got bumped from where she would naturally fit really well up a weight class to 130 pounds, where she was getting up weight every tournament she wrestled in, and strength every tournament she wrestled in, but just staying in it. She was great. And if you look at this girl when she showed up in sophomore year, you would not have guessed that she was going to be one of the greatest kids on the program. She fought through that. At the end of the season, she was barely disqualified for state as a junior. In the first year, the varsity lined up. She came up to me pretty much right after me. She said, "Coach, I want to go 15 minutes." And as that takes a minute, she's a tiny person. She had to pull off. That was going to be a big accomplishment. And she committed to it. She committed to it early. She did everything the right way. She was going to show up every single practice. You can't keep her away from that. And she just not Justice Thomas. Okay. Justice is one who showed up the freshman year, never having wrestled before. And for those of you who don't know, we'll just go right to the end of the story. She's a state champion. When she started her freshman year, actually pulling a little bit of weight, which is something we don't like freshmen to do, but she's absolutely been a defining spot on the varsity lineup, and she did it 138 pounds. This past season, she was kind of doing the opposite of Haylie, and she was eating everything she could just to make weight at 170 pounds. She was still the last in the bracket every single day. That didn't stop her, because Justice fell in love with this sport. She did everything she possibly could to get better. She immediately in the offseason started traveling around the country to every tournament that she could get to. She's All-American, a couple national events, and just continued to get better and better. Again, just couldn't keep her away from practice. Couldn't keep her away from opportunities to compete, including the opportunity to compete, which was, 2 weeks before our season started, where you earn yourself that little race you're wearing now, with a completely torn leg that she decided pretty much next day, yeah, that's not going to stop. 31 matches wrestled this year that were won. Every single one of them by fall. Every single one of them in the first period. She took 5 forfeits. 3 of them were by healthy wrestlers who just looked over and said, there is a picture that her strength coach took at the state tournament of basically the last time the referee started the match after we had run the girl off the mat 3 times. The girl, for God's sake, was crying as the whistle was blown. Hasn't even been taken down, but she already knew the result because she could see that this one happened. We had that fire, we had that intensity, we had that call. State team. The 3-time team captain, 3-time state qualifier, state placer, now state champion, Justice Thomas. She's the one who's going to break that trend battle this year.
Okay, athletes, now get your pens out to sign the letters in front of you. So let's do it now. Here we go. Athletes, go ahead and sign the letters in front of you. When you sign these, you're committing to the next 2 to 4 years of your college career. Go ahead and sign that letter in front of you. 3, 2, 1.